Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader, TechTrader.com. It's Wednesday, June the 3rd. These are the charts of the day. Well, another interesting and very solid, strong trading session on Wall Street, where a lot of stocks we followed did very well. A lot of day trades are doing great too, so let's keep it going. But for today, a look at a couple dozen stocks and then some. Apps, one of our old favorites, which we had in that range and really ran more than tripled from 3 to 9. Eventually got smacked back in March like many stocks. Having gone down to 348, the stock was trading as high as 7 yesterday, and today it exploded on monster volume for this stock. I've never seen it trade 18.7 million on a breakaway day. That's very significant. Meaning to me that this stock may yet have more upside, quite a bit more. My current target is around, if it gets through this zone where there's resistance, and it may not because of the big volume and the resistance here, but if it does, and momentum carries it forward, look for 11 and 12.5. ATI finally followed through today with a nice pop of $1.16 at 12.5% on 3.8 million. And at the highest close since this day here before it plunged, or should I say before it hit its bottom. Now the base pattern is complete. The declining top line was broken here a week ago. If we can get it follow through here, a little bit of resistance around 11. But through that, I'm looking for 13 and maybe even 14. AXTI, after the V bottom in March, had an explosive move, literally going from $1.86 all the way up to $5.84 and then coiling for a month. Today broke out, popping 9.75% on the biggest volume in a month. And there is resistance a little bit above here, right about that level where it reached today. Let's call it 6.25. We get above that, it's an $8 stock, I believe. CAR vertical, since Hertz announced possible bankruptcy and the sale of all their fleet. It looks like they're eliminating the major competitor. Stock reversed on that news from 9 and 2 weeks later is tripled to 27. Now there's resistance here, so you may need to back and fill, but my target going forward is 36. Castilium in the aluminum sector broke out today and had a nice move of 75 cents or 8.5%, 2.5 million traded. Not explosive looking, but at the same time, I think the stock makes it to 11 and 13 going forward. Delta Airlines and many of the airlines group, I'm going to show you Delta today, popping about 206 or 8%. This is a swing from ours that didn't do great after the initial thrust. But airlines coming on with the moving averages crossed over, or should I say curling up, and it's holding the gap. This one looks like it may carry forward. Immediate target 31, secondary target 35. Well, nothing like the GN-US trade of the last few weeks. This stock has gone from literally in about a month from a quarter to after hours exploding near 9. The high was 8.84 here. And you can see the way it looks after hours after consolidating, unable to get through 8. It popped after hours and made it all the way up to 8.88, 8.80, something like that. Yeah, 8.80, 85 range. So if it takes that out, we may see this pop to 9.5, 10 as early as tomorrow morning, or even tonight for that matter. But for now, we're looking at a stock with tremendous momentum, but you've got to be careful because when this reverses, you don't want to be in the way. Canada Goose, strong earnings report, broke out after V bottoming and running up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way move. It pulled back and consolidated double bottom. And just recently, it's taken out its declining tops line. As a matter of fact, that was today. With a breakaway gap, all you need to do now is take out the late April high, which reached 25.64, and you're looking at 29 and 32 as targets. Gush, the one ETA that we've been able to look at very positively and swinging it in the oil sector, I think, is Gush. I just love the way it acts, and it's very volatile. The stock going from a low of 12.28 to a high of 42 and change, pulled back near the mid-20s, 27, and today, in the last 3 days, has moved up to test as resistance again. I think there's some minor resistance, perhaps at around 50. That's my next target. HOME, running it and running it hard. This stock had a distinct downtrend that was taken out a couple days ago, and now I think you're going to run up towards 7.35. Longer term, 10.5. Remark, old favorite of ours, has exploded. It literally went from 35 cents to 360, about tenfold. Pulled back in a nice falling wedge for 4 days. Today it popped dramatically, 36%. 81 cents on a mere 58.4 million. This stock's trading a lot of volume. And I don't think it's done. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave started today, perhaps. Telling me we may get up to 4.5, we may get up to 5.5 near term. MAXR swing is acting well. Another extended move today that tested the spike high from early March that point of reaching 1762, and today 1753. So it's kind of a double top here. If we can get through it, 19.5 and 21.5 are your next targets. MCHP exploded on a strong earnings report, running up nearly 12 points at 12%. This is over $100 at 108. There is a key resistance at 112.5. And if we get through that on a long-term basis, I would think the stock could be 120.25. NEO is exploding of late. Even Goldman Sachs upgraded it to a buy today. In the last week and a half, it's gone from 3.25 to today's 570, and it closed right there. After hours, NEO has been struggling to get through 570, but it looks to me like a stock headed for $6 at least short term. And right now, I'm really liking this pattern for eventually 7 and 8.5. NTLA swing broke out, pulled back hard, and then spiked up 2 days ago with an inside day yesterday. Today was the follow through on the best volume I've seen in this stock in many moons, particularly on an up day, almost since its IPO day. So for me, I think this stock goes higher. Next target 24, beyond that 29 or better. Owens, Illinois swing popped out and broke out today to a new multi-month high. A little bit of resistance at 9.75. Then I'm looking at 11. Dave & Buster's popped with some energy today. 25 million shares. Never saw that before on this stock ever since its IPO days. So with a V bottom and a platform and then a pop-up, wait to see if this thing is able to make an extension beyond today's high. Above 17.5 or so. This could be a $20 and $25 stock. Oil stock PVAC continues its trend, and today just ran another $1.08 or 10%. Looks awesome to me. I'm now looking for this stock to make a potential run. Takes it all the way up to about 16.5 range, which is also near the top of the channel. Scientific Games is rocking it with an implosion, explosion, and pullback retest. You can see the rising channel. My next target is about 21.5, followed by 25. Signet Jewelers, which has been pounded over the last few years, had a significant move today, perhaps short covering, but up almost 3 points or 26% on 6.6 million, and that's a breakout. There's some minor resistance there at the gap around 15.5. We may test that tomorrow. But then I'm looking at something up around 19.5. Those are my targets. SSL, another junior oil, is being really looking great of late, and you can see how it's moved up dramatically in the last 3 weeks from about 3.5 to about 7.75, 770. If it fills that gap completely, we're looking at 9.75, and that could be a right nice extension move. TRTX in the REIT area, after V bottoming, flagging, popping, and then pulling back to retest, it broke out today through a triple top. Keep that in mind. $11 and $13 are your next targets. BERI has been a monster since the March low, literally going from $1.22 to over 12. This is a 1,000% or tenfold increase, and today especially up 232 or 24% on 1.7 million. Maybe long in the tooth, but it's broken out today again, and there is a little bit of resistance above here, but I would not be shocked to see this move into the mid to high teens. In the marijuana group, Village Farms popped last week and consolidated, and today popped right back out again. If I can get this above this area, we may see 8. The ICR, one of my momentum stocks that I listed over the weekend, certainly took off today, jumping to as high as 68, closing 66.10, up 568. And this is a breakout to all-time highs, I believe, indeed. So I'm thinking this stock has more to go. As it edges higher, you may see low to mid 70s. BTIQ, which exploded a month ago and then pulled back dramatically, held the 20 range and then ripped right back to a new high yesterday before reversing after getting up to 38. You can see where support is. Today's low is a key support level at 30. Stop under that. But the reversal from 30 to 34.80 and closing at 33.97 up 260 or an 8% had me impressed today. I'm looking for more upside. I think there's a possibility we can get this to 40. Work. This swing working great indeed. It reached 39.99. and closed very nicely near the upper end of the range. Today's gain was $1.52 or another 4%. So far this swing's worked perfectly. At the way it looks at this point, 43.44 is my next target, maybe 45. And finally, Zoom just keeps moseying along. Fantastic technology. Many people I know, including me today, use Zoom technology. But on a short-term basis, having gone from 149 to 225, this is extended and near the top of the channel. Be careful. It may need to back and fill like it did there, and or there. But in any case, at some point, I'm looking for 250 to 265 on this stock. That's it for tonight, everybody. This is HB signing off. Let's have a good day tomorrow as well. Bye-bye.